Good morning, YouTube. It's Sunday morning. Hey, if you ever heard of GAZ Lanterns and Stoves, GAZ, I think they're a French company. If you've seen these around and you're interested in learning a little bit about them, take a look at my yard sale score, and I'm going to walk you through, and I'm going to light these babies up. So if you're into it, stick around and let's do this. All right, I'm gonna just give both of these a little squirt. I think I need a new squirt bottle. And let's clean up this. I hope everybody's Sunday morning is going along famously. I'm processing all my yard sale scores from yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. They just uploaded them this morning. Pretty good weekend. The season is winding down, so we'll have to travel further and probably hit more estate sales than yard sales, which prices go up, right? Because if it's hit the estate sale, you're not finding things in the wild. So sometimes it's still worth going. So I got this little GAZ stove. This is let's see, I got 3 stoves yesterday and 1 lantern, and I think 16 fuel cells. This one I'm not going to crack because I'll show you how they work. There's a little dimple on the top, right? And when you go to use one of these cans, you bring these legs up underneath there, and it actually punctures the top of this fuel cell, and it's on there, so you don't take them off. If you try to do that, well, you'll just lose the fuel, right? So I'm just gonna get some of this off of here, and I'm gonna clean up the pot stand a little bit, get a little of that surface rust off of there. Not that all that matters, but makes it kind of nice. So there we have it. There's our stove. It came right out of the milk carton just like this. It already has fuel in it. You can hear it. Let's give it a shake, and let's fire it up. All right. So I don't know if you caught the yard sale video yesterday, but this is my Vietnam era triple walled thermos. It's a Carlton with 2 R's manufacturer, and it says National Sanitation Foundation Testing Laboratories, NFS. It's very, very cool. I'm going to use my little Revereware whistling kettle, and let's make some coffee while we're doing this. All right. So I don't know if you caught my yard sale video, but I picked up this Vietnam era triple walled stainless steel thermos. This is a thermos by Carlton, with 2 R's, CARR. And this particular one has a sticker on it that says National Sanitation Foundation Testing Laboratory. Kind of cool. It's military grade, wood handle, and I'll tell you what, it's vacuum topped. So I know we're getting off track, but when you actually put this vacuum head on here, see the thickness of this guy with the rubber gasket, and then you actually tighten this down, it won't come out here. So I'm loosening this up. I'm going to take my little Revereware kettle, and we're going to make some coffee. should do it. Tighten that down. All right. Now, back to the GAZ. Here we go. So like I said, this stove came out of the milk crate just like this. It was already jacked up with a fuel cylinder. And by the sound of it, it's at least half fuel, half full. And this is a Bluette S200 model. And I am very familiar with this model. And, you know, it could have been sitting there for 25 years or whatever. I'll bet you I give this a crack. What I like to do is keep this head up a little bit, and then I'm going to fire this up. There we go. Absolutely beautiful flame. Check this out. So while we're talking about fuel canisters, there they are. There's probably more than 16 actually, but there's something special about the butane also. I think that it is probably isobutane. It's definitely mixed with some things, probably to function well in high altitude. But this fuel is very similar to the other fuel that is extinct, and that is the Coleman Power Max. This performance fuel here, this is obsolete fuel also. It is like hen's teeth, and it's gold to find. But there's just something special about the fuel, and you see the blue. I mean, it is just, let's just fire this thing up. Let's do it, huh? Let's put some coffee on. Let's stop talking about it and let's just get it done. Look at that. Looking at this is that there's a bottom taper here. This bottom taper is clearly the bottom. I know that the logo would indicate that, but when I got this, they had it upside down, and this was slopping around, and you don't want that. So also, this mantle is interesting. It actually comes out, the fuel comes out horizontally, so the mantle is encased around the burner, so you can kind of see that. You see how that looks there? So it's going to burn all the way around the top. So I'm going to clean this top up here real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. And there, it's a little bit cleaner. It's not perfect, but it's got some spot rust on there. Actually down here too. This little guy probably got damp in the shop or wherever it was stored, and get that mantle popped out of there. And then okay, this has a fuel cell in here and it's empty, so let's open this. This is going to allow us to show you how this works. So I'm going to pop this out. This unscrews. But wait, we got coffee. Hold on. Look at that movie magic. We've already got our pour over set up and ready to roll. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to turn our little stove off. Okay. All right, Chuck. This is the yellow canned Cafe Busto, I think it is. It's the espresso stuff that you pitched the other day. I actually love this coffee. It comes in a can, and I got to tell you, it is strong. Woo, boy, is it strong. And let's try it out here together. I've been hitting that coffee pretty hard. I forgot to tell you about it. So let's let that pour through here, and we'll come back. Okay, we're back. And I gotta be honest with you, I just underwent some movie magic. There we go, we got our coffee. I could not get this bottom off to save my life. I tried tapping on it with a rubber ended. Ooh, time out. Let's get a little toke of this, Chuck. Black as the ace of spades, and it's absolutely delicious. Plain old Chuck, uh, subscriber friend, he has been drinking this, and he was talking about it. I've seen it in the store. It's definitely good stuff. Head over to his channel, and he's got a posting about it. I think it's Cafe Brusto, yellow can. Anyway, back to the GAZ. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I could not get this plastic bottom off to save my life. I tried to blunt tap it with like a heavy rubberized blunt to see if I can knock it loose. It would not go. I got lucky. I went over to my vise, and I just put it in here, and I just squeezed it a couple times, and that's what it took. I would be extremely careful doing that. I'm going to put a little bit of lubricant on this when I put mine back on. This, like I said, this probably is, it's got dirt in there. Yeah, I'll put a little bit of lithium grease or something in there, and then I don't think this unscrews. I think it just pulls out. Doesn't ruin anything. Yep, there's the puncture, and you can see it punctured the can there, right? You see all the soil build up in there. So we'll get that cleaned out. We'll grab a new old can, and we'll fire this baby up. Okay, so although I was bragging about having fuel for life, it just dawned on me that I actually only have, oops, 5 cans that are this size. And unless they make a taller plastic cap here, which I don't like. I actually like how this actually sits down low. I'm still going to be looking for additional shorty canisters, that's for sure. So we'll clean the top of it off here. There we go. And let's get this debris that's down in here out. There we go. I'll get some lithium. Shake this up really good. There we go. Just a little dab on the threads here. That'll do it. And I think you just drop this in. Drop it in just like that. And when you go to screw this on, that's what makes the puncture. There it is. It's right up against it. Now I'm going to pop it. And I can hear the gas flowing. And let's turn this off. Hopefully that turns off. Definitely this is the off. I can still hear it. So I wonder if that valve, that's not good. Let's see what happens when we heat it up. Oh, it turned off. It did. Okay. You gonna go? There we go. Forgot to put our globe on. And there we go. point the logo to where the controls are. And there we have a beautiful, beautiful little GAZ lantern. Look at that baby. I bet it hasn't ran in, could be 30 years, could be more, who knows. Got a little sputter. Let's see what's going on here. Let me clean the valve. Let me exercise the valve a little bit. There we go. Now let's see if it'll turn off. Okay, I had to exercise that valve a number of times, and now it's actually working. So watch that. Boom, there it goes. Nice. Off, on. Just look at that beauty. Hey, let's fire up the stove and let's get them going at the same time. Woo! What do you think? GAZ, G-A-Z, French. And what we have here is, this is Bleut, B-L-E-U-E-T, the S200 for the stove. And then we have Lamp, L-A-M-P-E, G-T. I don't see any other numbers. But look at a cute little, this thing is super, super cool. I love it. I've always loved GAZ products. Oh, let me show you a rare GAZ. You've never seen one before. I'm gonna go get it and show it off. Okay. So Ron and I were driving on a Sunday out in the middle of the boonies, out on Highway 99 on a Sunday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we followed the sign for a perma sale. I don't know if you know what a perma sale is, but that's usually out in rural areas where there's a tent and they're selling fruit, they're selling books, jelly jars and stuff like that, and it's, you know, unmanned. Some of the times you drive up there and there's just dogs barking, and it's kind of annoying. But anyway, long story short, you think it's a yard sale or an estate sale and you get all excited and you get there and it's a perma sale, permanent sale. But anyway, Ron loves to look at the books, so I'm like, hey, go ahead and take a look at the books. And you know, he's taking his time. We're not in any hurry. And so I get up and I get out of the van and I go to go get him, and this is sitting there literally amongst the jelly jars. I don't ask me how things like that happen. I've got many stories that are like that, but check this stove out. It is a GAZ Eden 2-burner. Let's see if I push this. It's a 2-burner enamel top. Okay, I'm gonna grab the. Just check this gorgeous thing out. It is absolutely stunning, and it is brand new. It's never been fired, ever. It's just beautiful, and I've looked everywhere for a comparable, and I've yet to see one. The only time I've even seen one is in a brochure on eBay. Somebody has a brochure of one of these in amongst a number of different GAZ products. Here's the problem, though. This is the hose that was in the in the box, and this hose goes on here, but I cannot find any adapter or valve or anything to go to butane bottle on this end. I can't. I mean, I wouldn't say I've given it 100%. I've given it 90% to try to find this thing. I ran out of time on it, so I just put it back in the collection. So there you have it. Well, thanks for sticking around and taking a look at the GAZ pickup from yesterday's yard sales. I hope you had a good time. Hope maybe you learned something. I'm sure I can learn something. Boy, if anybody can tell me a conversion to fuel for this stove, I'd love you for life. If you can do that, if you know anybody that's also a GAZ collector, send them my way. I'd appreciate it. But I really hope you had a good time taking a look at these goodies. And I'm going to finish processing these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the stove and the lantern in a box. a wooden box, and I'm going to put all the fuels together, and I'm going to put everything together and make a kit, and that way it's ready to go. I'll probably order some more mantles for that little guy there. Throw a coffee pot in there and a pan and miscellaneous, and that's we got a GAZ Go kit. So take a look, come back and take a look at my videos in the future, because we'll probably do a GAZ camp out or a biking tour or something. It'll be fun. So I appreciate you sticking around. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you around maybe even later today. Thanks, everybody.